Welcome to MPUNGWE-PUNGWE YouTube channel. Subscribe for you to enjoy more of our videos anytime we upload.
Major Mtambo, that was a straightforward presentation of how you used to operate then. I will request members, maybe they may want further clarification on one or two issues. But in your opinion, how have you seen evolution of the technical aviation around the world? How does Malawi compare with the rest of the world? Maybe we can start from there.
There has been quite a lot of improvements in aviation in the world as of today. But Malawi looks to have lagged behind.
Fantastic. Members, you may want to, yes, Katabe North.
Yeah, thank you, Major Retired Daudi. I just wanted clarification, not really a question, but clarification. You presented that this Donia, it was fitted with a VIP cabin, 2 VIP seats, a garage for refreshment, and jump seat. So I just want to understand a jump seat. What do you mean about jump seat? Is it a parachute? Or if there is an accident, the pilot can inject and then get out from the plane? What do you mean about this?
The jump seat is a side seat which can be folded. When it is folded, it aligns with the wall of the aircraft. You can pass, you may not know there is a seat here, but you can unfold it and sit, and it's used to be sat by the crew member. And is positioned exactly opposite the gallery where the refreshments are.
Okay, Chair. Get it.
Thank you, Major. You may drop your mic so that we can communicate. Mwanza Central.
Chair, just a quick one. Major Mtambo, during your time, when a plane goes on a mission, and probably from that mission there is another mission that the plane has been assigned. Regarding the checks that you have indicated, how were you doing such checks? You used to follow the plane, say maybe the plane was going to from the airbase, the mission was to go to for instance Lusaka, and as it was in Lusaka, there is another mission and the plane probably flies back to Chireka, but it will have to go to another mission. How were you conducting the inspections?
Thank you, Honorable Member. In such cases, we always have a technician on board. This technician is tasked to do the pre-flight inspection before the aircraft leaves, because he has to check the exterior of the aircraft to make sure that in the last flight there was no damage which can affect the next flight, and all the other inspections also were done by the same technician, after which he also handed over to his pilot to go around and check that everything is safe.
Thank you very much, Chair.
Zombatondwa?
I don't have a question at the moment.
Okay, so I'm going through line by line, and then we have Deza Mayani.
Thank you very much, Major Daudi Mtambo. I just wanted to learn from you that you have highlighted that this VIP MAF Tango 03 was a VIP plane, and it was a third one to come into this country. Why do you think, were there any specific reasons why we as Malawi we liked to buy these doniers? Were there specific reasons why we went for a choice of a donier? Do you know any advantages or disadvantages of a donier if you compared it to other planes, if at all you have any reason? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Member. As far as I can remember, they chose this kind of aircraft because before that time we had other aircraft, smaller ones, from the same country, from the same country and company, which I understand they had better terms because the government was involved, sort of aid, kind of, not completely. So with that background, they went on to choose this one. When they produced a better and bigger one, they went for it. Apart from that, it is common knowledge to the people who are operating these aircrafts, whether in Nigeria, Nepal, or India, that is a better aircraft. In that it is very stable and cost effective. Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Honorable Member.
Thank you very much, Major. Yeah. The silence is golden. From your experience, from what you can recall, did this aircraft ever experience any adverse weather conditions and survived? Was there any tough experience with this aircraft before?
Not one I can remember, but obviously there were times when we met these weather conditions. One time we were flying from Lilongwe going back to Zomba Air Base. We flew over Lake Malombe. As we were flying, suddenly there was a cumulonimbus cloud in front of us. So the pilot had to react, go very, very high in the air, and we flew up to Zaone, where there were no clouds, and started flying back to Zomba Air Base. Honorable Member.
Yes, Nkadabe North.
Supplementary Chair, Major, so I just wanted to know, what if you get inside that cloud? What is happening? Or what will be happening when you get inside and penetrate and get through of it?
That one I'm not a competent person to talk about.
Thank you, Major.
It's for the pilots.
Thank you, Major. You obviously witnessed arrival of this aircraft. We told it was about in 1988. You must have fond memories of receiving this aircraft. Am I correct?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Major, do you recall whether this aircraft had a black box or not?
I've worked on that aircraft. I can assure you there was no black box. And even the minimum equipment list up to now does not indicate that there was one installed.
No,
Thank you, Honorable Chairman.
Thank you very much for this useful information. Your institutional memory was very important to enlighten members of the ad hoc committee and also the public out there that are listening to this session. So we appreciate the time that you've taken. You responded to our call. You didn't come as on summons. We invited you because you're an expert witness. We invited you, and we are privileged that you accepted our invitation to share knowledge and experience that you have about this aircraft. So if you have any final comments you want to make, you are free to do so.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable members. It has been a privilege to be invited to this forum. I thank you very much.
Once again, we're extremely honored. We're extremely honored to have you. You are our hero. You're a hero in the military service. Hope one day there will be an opportunity to award you for excellence, military service excellence. But it's a pleasure having you here. And the experience you have and the knowledge you have is rich to this country. May God continue to bless you with good health.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, and thank you, Honorable members.
You may take leave, Major Mtambo.
Maisayesa ntchito sikupezeka, mwana mnyumba kusowabe, chitaka pa bizinesi yanu chakusokonezanu, wosadandaula, kuli Dr. Maiye ku Mbulumbudzi.
Muitano wa bizinesi, mwai wa ntchito, kukonza nsoma banja, kusula chibelekero.
Matenda okanika kuchirawo, matsoka osatha pa moyo wanuwo, lero pabanja makukuthothani, wosadandaula, tangoimbani foni pa 0894 352 832 0894 352 832. Dr. Maiye, madotolo wa chinyengo musamale.
All languages. English, Chichewa, or Tumbuka.
Okay, we will confine ourselves to English and Chichewa for now because we don't have an interpreter for Tumbuka.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Lieutenant Colonel, you served as an engineer at Zomba Air Base at the time of the crash. Am I correct?
Chair, that is not correct. When the crash was happening, I was in retirement.
So we need to correct this fact from the outset. So
Yes, Chair, you have to correct that one. Thank you.
when did you retire?
I retired on 31st July 2017.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel, for correcting the records. So we are treating you as an expert witness. Just to clarify, we're treating you as an expert witness, not as a witness that was directly involved in handling the aircraft.
That is correct, Chair.
I appreciate your cooperation to give us more information on the technical conditions and maintenance history of this aircraft. But before you volunteer that information, we will require you to take an oath. May I request the Secretariat to administer the oath?
I, Matthews Chasuza Nyirenda,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
by the Almighty God
by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give
that the evidence I shall give
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Colonel Nyirenda, we are privileged that you have appeared before us. Now, we want to learn from you on what you know on the maintenance of this aircraft, its technical specifications, anything else that you know. We will appreciate you sharing that information with us. The floor is yours for you to commence your presentation. I've seen you have given us a presentation. You can read it through or talk it through. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members of Parliament. I think I do not have much to share with you. I was recruited, or in other words, some people say enlisted in the Malawi Army, which is now called the Malawi Defense Force. On 9th November 1979. I trained in Germany as an aircraft technician, specializing in airframe and engines. If you need clarification on that one, you can ask me later on what's the difference. I retired in July, as I said, 2017. The purpose of appearing before you, the committee, is that you summoned me to testify on the following. Testify on maintenance records, inspection records, defects reporting, technical certifications, and the airworthiness assessments. Chair, as I said, I'm in retirement, therefore I'm not in the position to provide information on the activities before the departure of the aircraft, Tango 03, on 10th or 9th of June. But from my training and my experience, the following requirements should be met. On maintenance records, I can confirm, Chair, that each aircraft does have its own maintenance file. On inspection records, that also I can affirm each and every aircraft has got its own inspection file. Then you also requested me to comment on defects reporting. On defects, primarily the defects are reported by the pilots. What they experience in flight, they come and tell us on the ground. So if there is any defective equipment on the aircraft, they will write it down in the aircraft logbook, and it's for the technician who is on duty at that time to see if he can rectify that defect. If it's too much for him or if it's too big for him, then he must call for a higher qualified technician so that they discuss on the way forward. I can also confirm that each and every defect has to be cleared before the next flight. Technical certifications in the Malawi Air Force and with any other aircraft operator, there is a section which is duly mandated to deal with maintenance of the aircraft. Maintenance is wide. There are times when you have to just service the aircraft. You say just service items, but there are times when you really have to do some technical jobs like dismantling and assembly. So in this setup, normally there is a section which we call quality control, or some people call it the inspector's department. These are the people who are specifically trained on this aircraft or on these machines to see if what the report says is or has got any impact on the safe operation of the aircraft. These considerations, normally you have to consider all the aviation bodies. So far I know about ICAO, which is the International Civil Aviation Organization, a Civil Aviation Authority from the UK, Federal Aviation Authority from America, and EASA, which is the European Airspace Agency. Airworthiness assessments. These are done every time prior to every flight by the pilots as well as the technicians. The technical department, there is what they call the flight line department, which must prepare the aircraft for the flight. If they are satisfied, then the pilots take over. They also do their walk around, which is also called pre-flight. And if they are satisfied, they will accept the aircraft. If they are not satisfied, they will decline to take the aircraft. The pilots and the technical crew, they compare notes for each and every defect that is reported and what rectifications can be done. And if it cannot be done, then the defect is deferred. We call it deferred When you say deferred, it means you have considered all aspects of the defect, how it is impacting on the safety or the safe operation of the aircraft, and also it conforms to the pilot's operating handbook, and also at the technical section they have to look at the minimum equipment list on the aircraft or for the aircraft. So each and every aircraft has got its own minimum equipment list. Thank you, Chair. I submit.
Zomugambiri, Lieutenant Colonel, mwatifotokozera mene magwirira ntchito zimene mukuziwa kuti ndege mazipanga maintain bwanji, ma records makhala bwanji, mazipanga service bwanji. Ife ndife othokoza ndingofunsa ngati ma members ayi mafunso ena. Mulanje North.
Thank you very much, Chair. I only have one question. I thank you so much for the presentation. There is just want to find out from you at the time you were in service, where you in an incident where you've taken a part, a reused part from one plane to another. I think it is commonly known as cannibalism. What were your recommendations in terms of using that plane to, using that plane after you've put a reused part, in terms of advice? What were your recommendations in an event that you've replaced a reused part in a plane, and what were the recommendations you would make at that time? Thank you.
Through the chair, Honorable, normally cannibalizing is not allowed when you are maintaining an aircraft, unless the waste comes to the waste. And if operational circumstances require you to take another part from another aircraft, but it's not recommended. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. What I just wanted to find out, what are the dangers of cannibalism? You as an engineer, what danger would using a reused part taken from another plane to another in your industry? Thank you.
This is what I'm saying, that in my industry, taking a part from another machine into another machine is not recommended. But what I can say here is that it gives you a false sense of complacency. You cannot feel the real urge to maintain the other machine. Because once you say, okay, there's a problem here, you say, we'll get another part from that aircraft. But you are just making things worse. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much.
Ndikulubirira ma members alibeso mafunso. Mwanza Central.
Limozi lomaliza Chair pepani. Opaja chitumbuka mwale site. Ndiyankhula Chichewa. Kone mafuna ningofunsa. Awanafunsa funso lonena kuti is cannibalism accepted mwanena kuti ayi. Ndiye ngati patakhala kuti papezeka spare part yokuti ndi yakale kapena tine kuti mukufuna kukonza ndege komano chitsulo chimene mukupeza ndi chakale ndikuyikirapo mu nthawi yanu, zimenezo zimaloledwa osati mwachotsa chabwino pa ndege ina yomwe muli nayo koma kapena mwakupeza kwina kwake chitsulo cha second hand chokuti chidagwiritsidwapo kale ku ndege ina kapena zoterozo ndi mwina nzololedwa.
Honorable, I didn't say that you cannot take another part from another aircraft. And I didn't say that you cannot take a part from which was, I mean, when you say a part that was used, you mean a part that was discarded or is still on the aircraft?
Mwina inali pa ndege ina ndiye mukuichotsa nkuyikira ngati mete machitira galimoto nthawi zina kuti mwina galimoto zonzofanana ndiye pa galimoto inayo mwina inaonongeka zinthu zina sikuyenda komano chinthu china chimene tikuchifuna pa galimoto ina chili bwinobwino timatha kuchotsa ndi kukayika pa galimoto ina ichi then maneno tikundege kuso zimenezo zimatha kutheka.
Honorable, zimenezo zimatha kutheka as long as that part that you are taking complies to the specifications in the maintenance manual. But as I said earlier on, it is not recommended. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Chair.
I think it's Amvega. Mafosite naye nawe ino ndo chepa kwambiri. Kama so matsimikiza zimene ena akhala kufotokoza kuti ndege amazipanga maintain bwanji. So process yanu si kusiyana ndimene ena anafotokozera. Cholinga chathu nati titsimikize pakuti niyo munagwira ntchito imene kunthawi yayitali ndino katswiri ndichikhulupirira nthawi imene ndege imabwera munalipo ena.
Yes, sir.
So
ndinamva chair kuti munabwera kuzomba airbase. Unfortunately, I was not invited to welcome you. I was in Zomba, but I just heard that you were in Zomba. Thank you.
Oh, mafuna kuti dumane. Kamene panali mawe nake amene muna mukona nduza kumene koko mudali pera mufuna mayankhule kunoko.
Mr. Chair, I don't think there are any other words that I can say. I think most has been said. Chachikuru mutitandize makamaka on the procurement of spares and the running of the aircrafts at the Air Force. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Ndaunyadira kwambiri. Ifeti maunyadira ni mapensioners. Kwambiri tikakuona muli ndi moyo chonchi komanso mukutuza mmene zimakhalira kale. Nato amakhandi chidwi nanu azakhale ngati inu komanso mmatiphunzitsa enafe kuti ntchito yathu tingagwire bwanji. Ndife odala kuti lero tili limodzi. Ndikhulupirira tsiku lina Army Commander azakupangani reward ngati long service nanga simina pension nje data.
Yes, sir.
Komabe long service ndiofunikira zimene mafotokoza panopa ndi zinthu zantengo patali siku ziphwekesa yayi mabwera zatolankhulamo masuka komanso taphunzira zambiri. Tizukumana I'm sure kuzomba kuti zakumana ku 4 miles tsiku lina. So MP akuna ngandifuna ndi alande constituency ine ndinayi constituency yanga sanje southwest koma ndikufunira zabwino ambuya kale nalo.
Thank you, Chair.
Kodi munamvapo za Dr. Erube kwa Vumbwe.
Dokota Elube, Dokota Elube. Dokota Elube, Dokota Elube.
Kodi mukufuna mwitano wa bizinesi mtupatupa, timabwezeretsa banja likasokonekera kwa mphindi 40, timatsirika munthu akaberedwa. Chuma, bizinesi ziziyenda bwino, bwerani kwa Dr. Erube kumene timathandiza zonsezi. Ti nkhani zachitaka zavuta, bwerani kwa Dr. Erube, timathandizanso mwitano komanso kuvalirana anthu nkhope. Mukafuna kudziwa zambiri, imbani foni pa 089 94 26491 0899 426491, ndipo mukatero mudzathandizidwa. Dr. Erube, Dr. Erube, Dr. Erube anachepa.
Welcome to MPUNGWE-PUNGWE YouTube channel. Subscribe for you to enjoy more of our videos anytime we upload.